What's motherfucking good? It's your girl Bestie motherfucking 2.0, aka Bestie, and you are fucking tuned into Red Late Night Talk Show.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the Red Late Night Talk Show, and let me finish up where I started off on the last episode with the horoscopes. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, and shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to you listening to wherever you listen to your favorite podcaster. Okay, welcome to the Red Late Night Talk Show. Let's jump right into the horoscope for you today. Okay, romance is at the top of your priority list today. A deep conversation may take place with your partner, and my bad, I'm talking to Cancer. Okay, so perhaps to sort out your feelings about the relationship, other matters of interest to you both could come up, and this bodes well for your future. Okay, so don't give to the temptation to the point to where you no longer know what you're doing. Okay, but most definitely just quiet. What is it that you need? Okay. All right, Leo. Good morning, Leo. How you feeling this morning? Romance at the top. Young visitors bring out the best in you today. Have you prepared some delicious food for your guests? Okay, when you want to, you can be great. You can be a great host. Keep guests entertained and even enthralled in return. Just truly enjoyable company. This should be a happy interlude for you since you like being sociable. So you may receive welcome delivery sometime during the day too, Leo. All right. And shout out to Virgo. I think now I see myself as a Virgo and a Libra now that the planets has changed around with those horoscope thing. If you're that type of person that pays attention to horoscope, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, good morning, Virgo. How are you feeling today? Today, an organization dedicated to a spiritual pursuits may open its doors in your neighborhood. This might be special interest to you and your partner. You might want to go and check the place out. You could meet some interesting new people. Okay, hear about some fantasizing ideas and perhaps discover some new books. Be prepared for fun evening, Virgos. Okay, and of course, Libra. Shout out to all the Libras in the building today, which is me. Okay. Good morning, Libra. Today you need to address financial issues. You may have to find a bit of extra money in your bank account or budget. Chances are this isn't in a large sum, but enough to make a difference to you now. Okay, so take care of it and then settle down for a peaceful evening at home. You won't feel like going out, but you'll enjoy your evening. That's how I'm feeling now. Okay. Listen, that's it for horoscopes. We'll do horoscopes another time. Right now we got front page news right here. After these messages, okay, right here at the Red Late Night Talk Show.
What's poppin'? It's your girl Bestie, and you guys are tuned in to Just Ask Bear.
What's up, everybody? It's your man, King of All Bears, and you're tuned in to Soulful Sundays podcast.
All right, you guys, let's get into some front page news right now. And I'm just going to do the front page, and that'll be it. I'm not going to go into details with the story, but, unless it's that interesting. But here's front page news right here at DJ Joe Brown Productions at the Red Late Night Talk Show. Okay, so Vivica A. Fox shares her thoughts on It's a Ray, reportedly producing a Set It Off remake. It's a classic, Leave It Alone. Okay, so back in September, it was reported that Issa Rae was reportedly on board to produce a new remake of the classic 1996 film Set It Off. During a recent interview with Entertainment Tonight, Vivica Fox, you can definitely just estimate in your mind how she went along with this interview. So you can read more of that on wherever you get your front page news. In more front page news, Netflix and Nickelodeon team up for a multi-year deal to produce an original animated feature film and TV series based on new existent Nickelodeon characters. While everyone was out here enjoying the launch of new Disney streaming service, Netflix had to pull up to the chat with some tricks up their sleeves. On Wednesday, they announced that they will be making some series and some movies with Nickelodeon. Okay. Also on front page news, Summer Walker and London on the Track get playful following shortening of her tour dates. Okay. So on the heels of her shortening her U.S. tour due to struggles with social anxiety, so Summer Walker and her boo London on the Track decided to take some time out and get a little frisky on the gram. Okay. And also more on front page news, Twinkies cereal is officially coming to grocery stores. Okay. So if Twinkies always have been a hit and you crave them all the time, then you'll be happy with this news right here. Just in time for the holiday season when your sweet tooth tends to be more out of control. They have the new Twinkies cereal. Okay. More front page news with Nicki Minaj. Hot 97 DJ Ebro questions when the hip hop community is going to put some respect on Nicki Minaj's name. Nicki Minaj place in hip hop is always the cause to great debate with both fans. Okay, so apparently she has a lot to say in that interview. In more news, Lil Jon teases new collab with Usher and Ludacris on Usher upcoming album. Okay, it may have been several years since Usher teamed up with Lil Jon and Ludacris for some fire music, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen again. In a recent social media post, Lil Jon reveals that he might just be taking a little step back with Usher and Ludacris on the upcoming new project. And more front page news, Disney hits 10 million signed UPS since its new launch. Okay, so Disney Plus came to give y'all some mostly every Disney fix, okay, you could think of. So from your favorite throwback series to some of the greatest films of all time, Disney got them for you on the streaming list. Okay. Also, Kodak Black sentenced to 46 months in prison on federal weapon charges. Okay, so Kodak Black stood before a Miami federal judge who sentenced him to 46 months in prison on weapons charge. Okay, so the Miami Herald reports, surprisingly enough, the verdict is much lower than what you probably would suspected. Ain't God good with Kodak Black. He need to stay away from this stuff. In other front page news, Insecure star Jay Ellis and his boo welcomed their first child together. Congrats are in order. Insecure star Jay Ellis and his supermodel boo Nina as the birth of their first child together. Back in July, we reported that the two were planning to expand their family. Okay. And in more news, more front page news for you. Woman's eye burst after spending too much time on her phone. Okay, so you might want to start limiting the amount of time that you spend on your phone. Roommates, we all can admit that we probably spend too much time on our phone on a regular basis. In other news, Kanye West set to take his Sunday service to Joel Osteen Church. Okay, so Kanye is not showing I'm sorry. Where was I don't forgot where I was at. Okay. So Kanye West is not showing down on his effort to bring this Sunday service to as many cities and venues as possible. Following the number one success of his latest album, Jesus is King, he's been on the road with planning nothing but gospel trips. Okay. In other news, Alicia Keys set to host the Grammys for the second year in a row. Okay, Alicia Keys did her thing as the host of the 61st Grammy Awards. So much she's returning to host again in 2020. According to the Recording Academy, Alicia is set to return, okay, to the awards. Okay, and in more news, Tamar Braxton clarifies her comments about men's sexuality in new social media posts. Okay, so earlier this week, Tamar Braxton set off the shockwaves on social media when she posted a lengthy public service announcement regarding what to be determined if the man is secretly gay. Okay, so you can check out more of that on her post. Okay, and also, Omarion sets thirst trap with the sexy photo to celebrate his 35th birthday. The king of being as unbothered as possible just happens to be celebrating his birthday. That's right, y'all. Omarion is ringing in his 35th birthday by setting a pretty tempting thirst trap for the ladies. Okay, and also in the last of the news, police release names and identify of the suspect in the fatal Popeye stabbing. Okay, as the country continues to go crazy over the sandwiches, there have also been disturbing reports of violence surrounding it and following the fatal stabbing at the local Maryland Popeyes. And it's insane type of thing that's going on with the chicken these days. I still have not tasted the chicken, but a lot of people has told me that it's not even worth standing in the line. But in other countries, to go crazy over a sandwich, there also has been disturbing reports of violence surrounding it following the fatal stabbing at a local Maryland Popeyes over its insanity popular chicken sandwich, as a suspect has officially been named and his identity released. Okay, so earlier this month, Popeyes brought to many fans that with the announcement that its signature chicken sandwich would finally be returning to the menu permanently after a months of long hiatus. Since then, lines have been long and wait times even longer, but not one expected that the violence had ended up in murder and would take place. Reportedly, CNN, the suspect in the fatal stabbing at Popeyes in Maryland, has been announced to the public as 30-year-old Rika McClan is now wanted for murder. Okay, so the warrant for McClan's arrest stems from a host of charges he's facing, including first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and first-degree assault, and second-degree assault, and reckless endangerment in the death of Kevin Tyrell Davis, 28. On November 4th at the Popeyes in Onyx Hill, police were able to identify McClain when an officer viewed the security footage from the restaurant and recognized him from the previous interactions he had with him on the street, according to Jennifer. Okay, coming up in the next episode, I'm going to be doing some confessions right here at the Red Late Night Talk Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Just As Bear podcast was brought to you by the one and only DJ Joe Brown Productions. Also, tune in to That's My Best Friend podcast every Saturday evening at 4 p.m. live on